Everybody keeps recording. I'll sit here.
Well, Mama.
Yeah, in good time.
That's
Yo! What's going on, yo? All right. Thanks for coming through tonight, everyone. I'm Alexander from Mars and Scorpio. This is my exhibit, Desert of the Real, where we explore fashion, humanity, technology, biology, sex, all sorts of good stuff. Right now, tonight, we've got a panel. It's called Creative Train, the Future of the Fashion Industry. And what I really wanted to talk about was the impact that fashion can have on the future, and not just where the future of the industry is going, but what exactly fashion's ability to impact the future is going to be, because it's becoming a bigger and bigger part of the fabric of society, culture. I think it's probably at its maximum right now, more so than it's ever been, at least in modern times. So I'd like to get started with introducing everyone. I guess we'll just work down the line here. So Alex, you're up.
Alright, I'm Alex. Great, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Good. So my name is Alex Reagan. I am a sustainable designer and artist, and I basically try to produce as sustainable as possible clothing to the market. We are all online right now, and hopefully we hope to expand into stores and other outlets to try to get the name more out there. But as of right now, we basically just focus on plant-based fibers. The main fiber that we focused on is the bass fiber, which comes from hemp. So that can be grown in Colorado, San Francisco, and lots of other states basically. So it's easy to source that, and because hemp is becoming more legal, it's easy to get an abundance of that, and the technology is becoming more advanced to get softer fabrics, and basically just whatever like fabric that you're looking for, they now offer in some sort of hemp variant. So if it's twill to a type of blend of cotton, silk, so it's definitely becoming much more advanced. So I hope to be using plant-based fibers in the future, and that's basically our main goal at Environmentally Conscious Outfitters. That's the name of our label. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, so thank you.
Yeah, my name is Zaki Hamid. I'm the owner of Steadbrook. We're a contemporary menswear store. We were on South Broadway for our first 5 years, and now we are in the Rhino Arts District at 32nd and Larimer. So yeah, really passionate about what we do. We have a small team, but we're getting to introduce some really amazing brands and just products that we love and believe in to Denver, which is exciting because, of course, there's so many amazing stores around the world, New York, LA, I mean Paris, everywhere. But to be able to do something in a unique way without sort of the same pressures to be so alike like many of the other stores out there feels really special. And yeah, we're happy to continue to be expanding and opening new brands each season. And yeah, we have like really personal relationships with all of our I guess customers. We sort of consider them friends, but it's yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're really just feel grateful to be doing what we're doing. And I love that we get to be in a town where we have like everyone, well not everyone, but like so many important people in the room, and we all can kind of know each other. It's just feels really kind of intimate and special. So very excited to be here. Thank you, of course, to Alex for putting it together. And yeah, that's kind of our shtick.
Hello, everybody. My name is Noah. I'm a co-founder of Avantarium, which is a pop-up and online-based boutique where what we do is basically all resale. So we scour the internet and thrift and in person and things like that to find like really niche high-end brands to offer to people at a little bit lower price point. A lot of these brands are things that you can't get in our city just because as we are progressing as a city, I mean, that's great, but we're looking more towards like places like New York and Tokyo and like LA that offer all these brands already and try to introduce those brands to Denver. So yeah, it's a little bit about me, and thank you so much for coming.
I am Crystal Lee. Hello, hello, hello. One of the only Lees on this panel here. I am a fashion designer and the creator of C.R. Lee Designs. I have both a custom couturier part of my business, and I am slowly growing into like the retail side of things because things are just kind of growing organically. Most of my business is cut sew, and before it was super cool to be sustainable, I kind of fell upon it and was ahead of the trend about 7 years ago because I specialize in using silks and natural fibers and things like that, and now it's the cool thing to do, and I was like, yay, everybody was so scared to work with silk, and I'm like, hey, this is my favorite. So I just recently came back from Paris Fashion Week where I just showed my new collection, and same, it's great to be in Denver and really see how the industry is growing, because in 7 years, half of these people were not even here, or the concepts weren't even thought of, so it's great.
Thank you. Okay, first, who lives in the Coloradan? Yay, I'm just curious. You work in the Coloradan, exactly. Live, work, oh, it's all the same, right? No, I was just curious, thanks. I'm Carmen, I own A-Line Boutique, right there. That is one of 4 locations. We have the Union Station, it opened in April. We reopened our Cherry Creek location on 3rd and St. Paul, down in Cherry Creek North. We have one in Bellevue Station, Bellevue 925, and one in Castle Rock, Castle Pines. And I tell everyone every single day, we are not a retail company. Yes, you can walk in, you can buy a pair of jeans, you can walk out, but I have 14 stylists on staff with medical benefits. So
nice.
Mandy's one of them. Yeah, it's, you know, I love, I didn't get into fashion 7 years ago. I didn't know what a line sheet was 7 years ago. I didn't know what market was. I'm a serial entrepreneur and have built multiple companies. And I grew up in my professional career, knowing the power of fashion. Knowing how, as a 28-year-old, that all of a sudden I could walk in a room and feel confident because I wasn't dressing like a 28-year-old, right? And the thing is that I now, as a 45-year-old, I love that I can walk in a coffee shop in Crema and I have these 20-year-olds look at me like, I want to be you, and I'm like, yes you do, yes you do. In a great way, meaning I'm not done. I am 45 and I'm not done. Like, don't write me off, right?
Absolutely.
And it's fun but the thing is that takes skill, and thus comes in Mandy and 13 other stylists, is that it takes a skill to take someone and go, hey, what do you want to project? Who do you want to be? Then how do I dress you? And how do I make a working wardrobe? So that's what we do. And it's been amazing in Denver. We've grown from 300,000 to 8 million in a few years. I'm not the only one who didn't want to be done. And so, but anyhow, so that is who we are, and thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. So it looks like everyone touched upon this briefly in their introductions and bios, but one thing that I'm always curious about is what drove you into fashion? For me, it was kind of like an intrinsic thing. Like, I just grew up and my parents were fresh, and it was the 90s, so you know, I had that vibe, and I always cared about how I looked. And I never thought about turning it into like a business until one day I was talking to an ex of mine, and she told me she wanted to go to school in Canada for hair and makeup, and I was like, damn, all the way in Canada for that? Why don't I just do what I love? So I ended up going to school for it for a little bit, fell out, but I was like, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to do. I mean, nothing really makes me feel like this. You know, it's like, it's work for sure, but it's also definitely like playtime is how I try to look at it. Like, you know, when I'm doing this, anything that revolves around, whether I'm taking photos or making clothes, anything revolving around sort of the business of fashion that I do, I have like endless energy for it. So what I'm curious about is what really drove you to be a part of this industry, and whoever wants to start, go for it.
I'll start. So I grew up in a really small town in Illinois, 13,000 people. Eventually moved to a town of 750 people, so there wasn't a lot to do, and I was always interested in art and everything kind of related to that. And I also was a skateboarder, and as
Feel that?
yeah, as a lot of people that who I've met in this community, they've gotten their start through fashion with skateboarding, and you grow up wearing these brands like Alien Workshop and DC and all of these street culture brands who take inspiration from fine art, or they take inspiration from film, and as I grew up, it kind of turned into streetwear, and now there's this whole other layer above just skateboarding. And then I started going to college. I met some friends who were like, hey, we kind of bonded over this fashion shit, but there's more to it. Here's Acne Studios and Margiela, and look at this, and then you see kind of the productions of fashion shows and what goes into all of that, and the inspiration behind every collection, and all of that just really interested me. And now I'm surrounded by it. I mean, I failed to mention this earlier, but I also work at Stedbrook, so it's my side hustle is clothing, my full-time hustle is clothing. All the things I'm interested in are magazines, all of it involves fashion in some facet, so that was my kind of journey through this fashion thing.
Well, mine simply, again, going back